Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have the final round of the Delta Racing League World Challenge, and tonight we will be racing at Watkins, Glen. Qualifying is already underway as we have our AM drivers out on track. But before we get to calling the action, we will give a quick sum up of the current standings. P1 in Pro, and I believe no one will be able to touch him, is Jeff Spangler. And then this is where things get a little bit spicy. In P2 down to P4, we have Timothy Jadubal, Chase Jones, and Ross Sparrow, who are separated by only 4 points. So this is going to be a heated battle for the top 4 positions. And then in P5 we have Michael Wojcik, who is 22 points off of P4, so not completely out of the chances to get in the podium for the season, I believe. And then for our AM drivers, we have Steve Poe in P1, followed by Paulo Roberto, Joshua Worley, Rob Jakes, and Noah McComber. And the top 2 are only separated by 9 points, and then Josh Worley is only 4 points behind Paulo Roberto, and then Rob Jakes is lagging a little behind, 13 points back, but again, almost certainly not out of it for the top 3. So, with that out of the way, let's get to our qualifying action. We are on board with Noah McComber, who, exiting the boot section, just a tad bit oversteering that uphill left-hander, which is so easy to do. And coming out of the final corner to complete the first flying lap at a 46.5. Certainly a solid lap for a banker. And Campbell crosses the line at a 47.5. Let's see. I'm not sure who was our next coming across the line. It looks like Carr. Followed, and pulls right over. And as we were watching that, Gionia went P2 just barely behind Worley, who went into P1. Now Sprick goes into P1, so the times are coming quick now as McComber is about a half second up. Is entering the boot section of the track. Still trending upwards, and as we're keeping an eye on that, Sprick, who's in P1, is tracking about a quarter second up, and Worley in P2 is going even faster, around a half second, but we will stick here with McComber as they finish their lap. We're keeping an eye on everyone else's times. Very good through the penultimate corner. Yeah, I can just use a little bit more of the track there. Very good exit out of the last corner, and this is going to be a huge improvement, about 1.3 seconds. Wow, 45.2, very, very good lap. We'll hop on with Sprick as they are, I can't remember the current number, but they're exiting the boot section and trending way upwards. Poe, our current leader in the standings, is in P10, improving on their previous lap by a decent bit. And this is going to take Sprick back up to P2. And we'll get back on board with Gionia, who is already a half second up on their previous lap, and they are very early into the lap, just now heading through the chicane. Keeps it very clean and very tight. lost a little bit, I think, through there, but still sitting around a half second, which would put them up into P2. Oh, looked like some wheel spin out of that corner there and has lost all of that. Let's hop on with Steve Poe. Right now, again, is still in P10, but this lap could potentially, Oh, hey, Spangler, I'm glad you were able to hop off of Helldivers 2 for a minute to race tonight. I was a little bit worried. Oh, lost a little bit through there, but with just where the Delta's sitting at right now, could potentially move up about 5-6 positions. Really good through there. Picked up another 10th and a half. Let's see how committed he is here through the last 2 corners, and I could use a little bit more track, but still very clean. Dude, true, Jeff. I still haven't hopped on and played, so hopefully tomorrow I can find some time. Let's hop on with Worley, who's jumped up into P2 and is bouncing around between the 10th and 2/10, but is just a shade under 4/10 down to McComber, who is on provisional pole. And Paul Roberto in P8 is also improving on their lap time. There's still a lot to play for here, as we're just at around just about a minute left for our AM drivers. And McComber went faster, a 44.9. That is a very quick time. Worley is still improving, Gonna need a monster exit out of the last corner here. And we'll cross the line and get one more lap. Improved by about 2/10, but it's gonna need over half a second to touch McComber's time, who is just a little over 10th and a half up. Still trending in the right way. We'll hop on with Paul Roberto, who's about to cross the line, but a huge time game, almost 1.4 seconds, hops into P2. Wow, what a lap to pull out on their last lap. And that is time. If our AM drivers have crossed the finish line before, they will get another lap. But everyone that is on a lap, this will be their final lap, as our pro drivers have started exiting the pits. McComber was about 3/10 up and lost there, so we'll see what he can pick up here in the last 2 corners. I'm not sure it's going to matter. I think it's going to be AM pole for McComber tonight. Yeah, just going to be a marginal improvement, it looks like. But with a 44.8, that's a very competitive time. I think that will put McComber in a very good position once our pro drivers have finished their qualifying. I think, yeah, that is all she wrote for our AM drivers. So, yeah, we have McComber P1, Roberto P2, and Worley P3, who is still on a lap, but it's just about an even out from their previous best time. So we'll hop on board with James Morris as they are finishing their preparation lap and about to start their first flying lap. I think we'll stay on board with this one for the duration. Ooh, had to lift a little bit there. That's certainly not ideal, but better than rubbing the wall. And this exit at turn 1 is so important. You have to nail it because you are flat out from here all the way to the chicane. Very clean, not doing anything too risky here on the first flying lap. Now entering the boot section. These next corners are all up or downhill, and they're can be very tricky on the exit. Oh, goes a little bit deep, but holds it very nicely, and it's a great exit. Oh, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. It's, as I always say, it's been a blast watching and calling these races. So definitely sad that this will be our final race of the season. And these last two corners, how committed can you be? Again, not taking any risks, just getting a nice banker lap in. And yeah, that's gonna be up to P5. Now here we go, times of Sparrow up to P2. Brown hops over Morris. Jadubal hops to the top already. And then Jones even eclipses that by just around a 10th. Our pro drivers are already at some of the 44s on their flying lap. That's maybe looking at some 43s here. And our championship leader, if not championship winner, Jeff Spangler, is in the pits, maybe doing the last first this evening. Jeff, if you're still watching, please confirm. And Jones, as we're watching their lap, 4/10 up already. This is shaping up to be a very nice lap. Jones is tracking very close to a 40th. He's looking to be a very low 44 though, unless they can pull out a couple tenths here in the last corner. Very close. Jadubal is a 44.6, but Jones with a 44.087. That is mighty. Sparrow's tracking about a 10th up, which not quite enough to hop over Macomber into P3 yet, but very early in the lap. As Roscosh jumps up to P6 with a 45.3. Sparrow's using all the track there. Who's in P10 is, we'll hop on with that. Half a second up already. This will be a huge improvement. I think be around P2, P3 area right now, but the time could continue to come down. Ooh, very good through there. Yeah, this would be P2, I believe. And it is, but still half a second off Jones. I'm not sure anyone's going to touch that time from Jones. And Jadwal, I think, is going to retake P2. And they do. And one of the many, many Fear Nothing motos we will be seeing this evening. Hopping board with Kenneth Smith coming out of the last corner. Lost a little bit there. Was a couple tenths up, but this should get at least one position. No, just a little off. And as we take our eyes off him for a second, Jones is picking up even more time. 2 tenths up on the previous best lap. Around the halfway point of the lap, a little less. Just a little wiggle there and loses the gap. But Jones will get one more lap out of this. We'll hop on with Spencer Brown, who's currently in P12, but is in a very good position. About 3 tenths up, a little less. That would be quite a few positions. Very good through there. Yeah, this is not a lot of green on the timing charts at the moment. And it looks like Jones fully backed out of that lap and is going to re-rack and go again. A little over 3 tenths up. Oh, picked up a pretty decent chunk. Oh, but then lost it with a not great exit, but will also get one more flying lap. Wojcik jumps up to P3 out of nowhere. Jones doesn't appear to be improving yet. We'll hop on with Sparrow, who is a 10th up, and a 10th would be a couple positions. But lost a little bit there. And that is time. Flying laps will count. And Sparrow lost, and yeah. Looks like the only green we have currently is with Sean Connor, who's currently in P18. And lost it all there in that one corner. It's going to be marginal. Oh, and just scrapes the wall, and that will... And that ends our qualifying. So, that leaves us with Jones P1, Jadwal P2, Wojcik P3, Morris P4, and Sparrow P5. And then McComber, who has a pole for the Anfield in P6, and then Roberto in the Anfield in P8, and then Worley and Carr in 12th and 13th. So we got a decent bit of AM drivers mixed up with the pro drivers, so we'll see how that shakes out during the race. Alright, and our qualifying was the sun was setting, but our race tonight is going to be in the twilight. So that will be exciting to watch, and will give a little bit of a variable for our drivers on one more thing to worry about. So, maybe be a little hard to see our drivers' liveries for the evening, but we'll still take a look at them. Get used to that, folks. I don't know how many Fear Nothing Moto cars there are, but it seems like half the field at times, so they are out in force this season. So I think is this a new one? I got a DM asking me to resync to make sure I got someone's livery. I think this might be the one that's very nice. A new one for the last race of the season. Noticeable absence, my favorite, the Nathan's hot dog cars. I know Ryan let me know he wouldn't be racing tonight, but it looks like we don't have either of them, so I will not be getting hungry during the race tonight. About to start the formation lap. And we are away. So if my memory serves, I don't think Watkins Glen is lit at all. So it's just the headlights on the cars, and that's about it. Always makes things a little bit more tricky when you're driving in the dark. Some tracks are lit very well. Continue to just roll. The back of the field is now up the hill. I do not believe I can give that out. I apologize. And the front of the field is now in the boot. think we'll get the call to form up into lines very soon. Again, I apologize. I do not have the authority to share that. Maybe that's something I can speak to the admins. I do not have that type of power. I am sorry. And honestly, I think I forgot what it is, if I'm being completely honest. We are forming up as we're about to head through the penultimate corner. It looks like we are green and we are away. Jadubal with a very good start, but not making a lot of headway on Jones. But is able to hang it around the outside and go. Oh, but goes a little bit wide. But holds on. We already have a couple drive-throughs towards the back of the field. I can only assume those are for drivers out of position. Do have one yellow. We'll see if we can catch that. Maybe a 3-wide situation there. Oh, just got tagged. And that is Campbell around and in the wall. Jones is really sticking on the back of Jadubal through our opening lap so far. And now creates a little bit of a gap because it's a small bit of breathing room. Separation so far in the top 4. And I think so far, starting from the back, Spangler has made his way up to P21. Ooh, I think Jones maybe got a better exit out of turn 1 there. We'll see as they make it to the top of the hill. If he's able to make any headway into that gap, and it's looking close already. Ooh, had a little bit of overlap, but backs out of it smartly. And we have McComber all over the back of Sparrow. As we're watching this, we're looking at our big movers. So not huge movement towards the front of the field, but we have Lindner up 3 positions into P8. And the same for Connor, 3 positions up to P15. And then I'm Not Jimmy up 8 positions to P19, and Jeff Spangler up 9 positions to P20. Was already set the fastest lap of the race. Roscosh with Lindner and Burchett right behind. All very clean through that last corner. A little wiggle there on the exit. But looking good as we climb up the hill. And out in front, Jones is still able to keep it within 4/10. Roscosh is able to create a bit of a gap there. We'll hop back up with the front pair. And Wojcik is still hanging on, less than a second behind. And Morris 8/10 back of that. So our leading quartet are all keeping it pretty tight. We've had a couple of... Nope. That is just Campbell who had the damage on lap 1, who is still in the pits, and I believe is now moving. Good to see. And we'll likely see our pit stops at around the halfway mark. A pit stop around here at Watkins Glen costs you a little bit over a minute, which is the majority of the lap around here. So I don't think we'll see any of our leaders pitting too early tonight. Burchett is passing Lindner through the S's, and they're going to have a drag race down into the chicane. And Burchett comes out ahead. And now Brown is... Oh, that is a yellow... Oh, that is a big incident. As we caught the end of it there. Looks like Lloyd. Oh, and the Ferrari just spun them, and the cars behind have nowhere to go. And oh, that was a big pile up. Oh, goodness. And we have a yellow for Lindner. What happened there? Oh, just... wheel spin coming out of the corner and keeps it out of the wall, but loses quite a few positions. And yet, right on cue with some Paulo Roberto fans, Paulo Roberto was able to sneak by Lindner as well, and up into P11. That's P2 in the AM class. Lindner's not going to give it up as Roberto goes a little bit wide there. And I think Lindner's going to get that position back. And a little bit of train there with a whirling car right behind. Then out front, the gap is staying around 2 or 3/10. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll hop back if necessary. And that's a yellow for Sprick. Oh, no! Oh. I don't know if that was a little bit too much curb there some point. Oh, caught the inside grass and spun. Oh, and I think that was the Aston behind collected them. Oh, you hate to see that. now we have, let's see if we can catch this overtake. Yeah, oh my god. Spangler is moving his way up the field in P13. But 18 seconds, just under 18 seconds off the lead. Let's hop on with Wojcik in P3. Who's right on Jones. And Jones is falling back just a little bit off shadow ball, but not too far. As pointed out, Roberto in P2 is quite possibly putting them in a very good position for the AM Championship, as Poe is down in P17. I was promised there would be no math, so I'm not going to try to do any math. There's drop races to be factored in, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I think Paul Roberto is putting themselves in a very, very good position to possibly take the AM Championship. And as I say that, we have Worley all over the back of Roberto, and Spangler is just right behind the two of them. As we have another yellow flag in the chicane. Gets the nose inside. I think we're going to be side by side through the next corner, but Roberto with the inside definitely has the preferred line. And I think Spangler might sneak through on Worley there. Not done yet. Ooh, that was tight. We have Card and I'm Not Jimmy cruising up on the back of this. We're going to have a 5-car train here in a second. Into the chicane. It looks like Giannia's not, did we see a mistake from Spangler there and car slipped through? We did. Still out front. Our top three are separated by less than a second, but I think, looks like Worley again is going to get the inside on that corner, but again, Roberto's going to have the inside into the next corner. Incredible defensive driving by Paulo Roberto. I think we're going to have to jump up to our lead trio. There's a 2/10 gap between P1 and P2, and Wojcik in P3 is right there as well. They have created a pretty decent gap to Morris in P4. And of course, as soon as we looked away from that, Spangler got by Worley and Roberto, is now up into P11. And has a good bit of decent air. He's going to have to stretch his legs if he's going to want to get onto that podium. Oh, and Jones! Oh no! And then got hit by, who was that? Was that Morris? Oh my goodness, I didn't see what started that. We will catch it on the replay. Oh, it just got out on that curb. And yeah, when you're out that far, it just spins the tires and oh no. Oh, huge contact between those two. Yeah, Jones is in huge trouble. And Morris actually returned back to the pits. So that puts Wojcik now up into P2, who will see if they can get around Jadeball for the lead. But here we have 6 cars all within second half of each other. This is a heck of a train. Jones was able to limp that Lamborghini back into the pits. Jimmy in that Nissan with a huge run as we head into the chicane. I think this will be that done and dusted. Yep. You'd have to think with the lap times that I'm Not Jimmy has been doing, they'll be able to create a gap here to Roberto, but not pulling away so far. And there is quite a train. Just an overtake between Brown and Burchett, looks like. Oh, Burchett went very wide. We'll hop back with this battle because it is, I think this likely has the biggest championship implications at the moment. As Paul Roberto continues to lead this train, and Worley with a huge run on the outside. Oh, this is going to be tight. Oh, and gets the move done. Very nice. And we missed a pass for the lead. Wojcik is gotten by Jadeball, and yeah, we didn't even get it on the replay. I'm not sure if there was looks like the lap has been validated by Wojcik, so maybe a slight off or somewhere. No, Wojcik looks like it's so Jadeball. I'm not sure. Wojcik pits right away, and Jadeball stays out. Yeah, I think Jadeball maybe had a slight incident to the 45.9 that last lap, which almost a second and a half off their fastest lap of the race. Very curious of Wojcik to pit this early. You would think they'd want to stay out and try and create a gap there. We'll see how this shakes out, especially where Wojcik comes out. I think maybe has judged this well, and we have someone off at turn 1. No, Wojcik will not be able to slip into that large gap. Oh, Spencer Brown with an off at the exit there, and ooh, keeps everything facing the right way. And yeah, I think Wojcik maybe saw a good bit of clean air that they could come out in, and went ahead and pitted, and yellow flag. I think this is going to be an exit curb issue. Oh, yep. Oh, just car gets, oh, keeps it out of the wall. Oh, I'm not sure who that was, but that was an incredible avoidance. Wow. So yeah, Wojcik came out with about 6 seconds of clean air. So not a terrible idea, but it's probably going to start catching some of these guys in front maybe a little bit more quickly than they would care for. But we're not too far out of the traditional pit window, which is right around the halfway point, so a little over 10 minutes from now. So maybe it was a really good call. This is our current closest on-track battle with Brown right around a second behind Lindner. The two are running very, very similar pace. And now Lindner has about the same gap to Burchett ahead. Worley and I'm Not Jimmy. I'm not sure if I'm Not Jimmy maybe had a moment there. I think that gap closed very, very quickly. Stay with this one for now, but I'm not too sure that I'm Not Jimmy's going to build another gap here. But we're really sticking with him for the time. So yeah, we'll see if Worley can maybe get a good run up the hill. Away from that as Lindner is, oh, it was a 10th behind Burchett there just for a short time being, but that car in front, I believe, is that is the car in P26. That is Sprick, who has done their pit stop. This is giving us a very interesting battle now as Burchett, Lindner, and Brown are all within about 7/10 of a second. And now Spangler is coming up on the back of this battle. Wonder if we maybe see Jeff pit. Nope, he stays out. And Lindner is just in front of Burchett because the inside in turn one and gets the move done, but Burchett might have a better exit, but goes a little bit wide, but that's okay as long as you keep both of those tires on that curb and you're okay. And yeah, I think Lindner is going to run away from Burchett here. I apologize, everyone. My mouse has died, so I need to grab a cable real quick. I will be back in a second. Apologize for that. Hopefully we did not miss too much action. I definitely missed a little bit. Oh, Giannia with a yellow. Oh, and we see the aftermath into the wall. And I think this is going to be a little bit too much curbing again. Oh, yeah, really unsettled the rear end of the car and just, oh. Not the worst hit into the barrier for Giannia there, but certainly not ideal. We'll hop back on the same battle as Jeff Spangler is now half a second behind Burchett. And yeah, Lindner really created a gap there to Burchett. Over 3 seconds. So let's take a look where Motor 6 still has about a 5-second gap in front of Clean Air. I think they maybe have played this incredibly well and not only have enjoyed the free air that they would have had in P1, but not having to worry about to defend from Jetta Ball. So we will see how that cycles out in the pits. Ooh, Spangler sends it there and just gets it done, but oh, has to cut the last part of the chicane and takes it right on the grass and loses 2 positions. Oh, still not back under control and just gets it. And Giannia has pitted after their incident. We have Emerson, who we haven't been on board with yet tonight, who is closing in on Connor ahead. Making too much of an impression at the moment. The only other battle we have at the moment is Brown on the back of Burchette. I wonder when Brown will maybe have enough of this and decide to pit and try and pull the undercut to get around. And someone we haven't talked about, I mean, we talked about it a lot during qualifying, but during the race so far, not too much, is Noah McComber in the AM, who is holding strong right now in P3, and not too far off Sparrow in P2, but... Oh! Spencer Brown with too much curb! Oh! Just nudges the wall. Gets the car back started, but is losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions there. Oh, I'm assuming that was, again, just a little bit too much curb, and yeah, it drops all the way down to P10. Hop on with Michael Campbell, who has just overtaken Reed. Oh, Campbell didn't... Oh, that's right. I believe they returned to the pits so they wouldn't have fulfilled their pit requirements, so we'll still need to pit. And McComber pits from P3. We have a yellow flag. Oh, nope. That's just Linder going into the pits. And that puts our running order of Jaggerball P1, Sparrow P2, Roscosh P3, Burchette P4, Spangler P5. Hop on with Wojcik as they are now catching a little bit of traffic. We'll see how Martins in front decides to play that. Oh, as Martins is pitting. So that will help Wojcik, who has now cycled back up to P10 and is definitely our leader of the cars that have already pitted. A pretty healthy margin. Next behind that is McComber, who didn't come out terribly too far behind. Oh, no, I take that back. That is a very sizable gap. And our leader, Jadu Ball, is in the pits. Sparrow from P2 is in the pits. And we have a yellow out there. And it is cleared. I'm not sure. I think it was car 16. That was Hart. And he's not going to stay there, but oh, Martins with a stop and go 30. Oh, that is a race killer. Was I think P8 in the AM class, and now we'll have to essentially serve another pit stop and lose another little over a minute. So that is, most of our drivers still don't have Brooks, Emerson, Poe, or Spangler are cars that have not pitted. And it looks like, I think Wojcik is about a second behind Jadu Ball. So that didn't quite work out for Wojcik doing the very early pit, and now will not enjoy as fresh tires for the rest of the race, and you have to think that really puts things right in Jaduball's hands at this point. So, but Jaduball with the cold tires will have to get those up, but still keeping it at about a little under a second. Oh, excuse me, and that is Paulo Roberto has also got to stop and go 30. Oh, that is, I have to say, probably the end of Paulo Roberto's championship hopes. You really, really do hate to see that. And that's Spencer Brown all over the back of Paulo Roberto, and you have to wonder, does Roberto just get it out of the way and do it now, or maybe do a couple laps? I would come in. Oh, and taps the wall on the inside a little bit there. Yeah, I think just have to come in right away and serve that unfortunate penalty. And Wojcik has already got it back under half a second behind Jaduball. I think we could just be looking at a good scrap the rest of the way. But you have to wonder about the tire situation. Jaduball has 15-minute fresher tires, but makes a mistake there, goes out too wide, but won't hurt them in the long run, at least yet. And it does appear that all of our drivers have served their pit stop. And that cycles car to P13, who was our last AM driver to pit, and Jeff Spangler into P7, who was our last pro driver to pit. Double check to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Yep, that is everyone. So yeah, we are looking at straight up battles the rest of the way. Oh, no, Campbell still hadn't served their actual pit stop, which they are doing now. So that is our last driver pitting. We'll hop off the lead battle for a second and hop on with Lindner, who is chasing down Ross Kosh at the moment. And this would be for P5. I have to say, both these drivers, very similar lap times. I think that might be lap traffic in front of them. I'm not. Yes, it does appear that that's the case. Oh, little tap of the wall there for that car. I'm not sure who that was. I think that was Reed. And as we're saying that, here comes Jeff Spangler cruising up to the back of this battle. Lindner, well, looks like a better run up the hill. A 296 just, I don't know if it quite has the grunt on the straight. Yeah. Looks like Roscoe should be just okay. The field has mostly gotten pretty spread out. This is our closest battle. We also have another close one for P13, 14, and 15. We'll hop to that here in a second. Give this another minute and see what these folks can do first. We'll hop on with the rear wing of Felix Payant with Giannia and Poe behind. Looks like Payant has the measure of Giannia behind. Not needing to take any defensive lines, but we're going to hop up to this as Lindner is... these three cars are about 3/10 apart from each other. Now it's widened back out to 6/10, but wow. They must have been very, very close to the bus stop. Ooh, I think Lindner got a little bit wide there, and Spangler's going to get a run onto the inside. And is going to get the move done. That gives Roscoe a little bit of breathing room behind. Hop back onto this battle as it is very close. And this is our AM Championship leader, who is going to desperately maybe want to pick up another position or two to solidify their championship. Especially with Worley, who's in P3, who is ahead, but again, I promise I didn't have to do any math, so I'm not sure how that's going to shake out with the points, but if you're Poe, you have to be a little bit nervous. Hop back up to P6 as Spangler is all over the back of Roscoe. Oh, and Spangler gets by. Yes, I will hop to Tim here in a second after this is maybe solidified, because I don't think this battle's quite over yet. Now Linder's on the back of Roscosh, and we have a yellow for I'm Not Jimmy. And I think it is another victim of the curbs. Oh, that was an odd one. Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe a little bit too much curb, but for the car to react like that, that's very strange. And yeah, Linder all over the back of Roscosh. I promise I'll get to Shadow Ball here in a second. The exit of turn 1 here is going to be super important. Roscosh, I think, was braking just too long through that corner, and yeah, Blender is going to have a heck of a run. I think Roscosh is going to hold it. Yeah. Alright, and then we'll hop on with our leader, Jadu Ball. I mean, put up a huge gap on what said 3.2 seconds. I think last time we checked in it was definitely under a second. So Jadu Ball is really making those fresher tires work for him. I'll see what we can do about more explosions in the future. Yeah, at this point, I mean, last lap, half a second put into the gap. So, I mean, this is certainly looking like it's their race to lose at this point, as we are just under 13 minutes left. We'll hop back with Lindner, who is still trying to get past Roscosh. A yellow for Martins. We'll roll this back a decent ways, as it looked like there was a huge loss of positions there. Ooh. I can't even say that was too much curve. It was just, I don't know if that was a Ferrari suspension moment or what, but just shot off on to the inside there. I'm not sure I've ever seen someone end up in that barrier before. now Burchett is finding their way up to this battle. I think Linder's just a little bit too far back to dive yet. I don't think that 296 has the grunt to get by the BMW M4 without Roscoff really making a mistake out of turn 1. Yeah, Linder's wanting to get onto the inside, but Roscoff isn't giving it, and yeah, Linder just backs out of it. I'm going to leave that battle for a Oh, ACC's doing funny things again. Not showing me all the... Oh, what's it doing? Okay. Let's do this. We'll hop back to that one in a second when ACC figures itself out. We have three cars in the pits. I'm not sure. One is Martins, who had the incident. I'm not sure why Jones and Smith are in the pits. And as I'm saying that, is Linder going to get the inside here to the next last corner? Does, but has to just back out of it. We missed an overtake with Poe getting by Giannia. Oh, Giannia went out on the grass, but was able to hold the car. That's very dangerous to get out that far. I mean, even getting on the curbing is a little bit too much at times. And as we do that, Linder has another run on Roscoff and is on the inside, but the M4 just pulls away. Oh, tries to keep it too wide there and just isn't quite able to. And just a friendly, hey, I'm right there. I don't think it was friendly, but yeah, I think Linder maybe feels that they were, oh! Goes too deep into the corner and spins Roscoff, and they're both going to lose positions. A third position there. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think we need to catch that one on the replay as the Ferrari of Steve Poe continues to not behave correctly. He really did say pork. Oh, is this a me problem? Let me Oh, I am sorry, it seems. Yeah, I think this is a me issue, and I'm not sure that can correct this during the race. Let's give me 2 seconds, folks, and we will get back to the racing, I promise. No, that does not appear to have helped at all. I'm afraid this is something we're just going to have to live with for the next 6.5 minutes. Oh, goodness. And that's Poe is by Pylon, so yeah. That will move Poe up into P4 for the Anfield, I think. Yeah, I think that might be all she wrote for the AM Championship then. As long as Steve can keep it clean the rest of the way. Well, we have this close battle. Okay, this appears to look okay. Okay, that seems to have fixed it. Alright. Much better. This is Connor all over the back of Barriere. I think I missed that earlier. This is our closest on-track battle, and Connor is going to get the inside in the next to last corner. Safe about it, and really gets a good drive there, but gets it onto the grass a little bit, but still hangs it around the outside. But is not going to have the inside into the first corner. Is going to have to set up a really good exit there, and I think they are. No, but they go wide, and they go all the way out using the NASCAR line. Connor's going to have to regroup and go for it again. Jump back with Carr, who is chasing down Brown still. Now that as soon as we took the gap balloon back up, it's over a second. So I'll give the people what they want, and we'll hop back with our leader for a minute. As we are now at around 3.5 minutes left, so I think we'll have 2 more laps. Yeah, aside from losing the lead for that, I don't think it was a whole lap, Jitterball has been absolutely on it all race. Hop back to Carr, who is still, the gap's bouncing around from about a second to 0.7, now it's down to 0.5. Again, I brought it up a little earlier around the pit winner, but McComber, who's our leader in the AM class, is still just up in P4, and Spangler is closing up that gap. I don't know if there's going to be enough time. I believe our leader will be starting their final lap the next time around, as they are in the 3rd sector already. Maybe yellow flag in the last corner. Oh, with the big spin. So kind of a lazy spin with what looked like a tank slapper afterwards. That was certainly a strange one. His car is again closing the gap. I think the immediacy of where we might see an overtake is probably here. But we will keep an eye on gaps as Andre Lloyd passes Connor in turn 1. And Paul Roberto is on the back of Emerson. I think is going to go for it in turn 1. And I think it's going to have the better exit out of turn 1 as well. A good recovery for Paulo Roberto. Obviously not the beginning of the season they would have hoped for, but I think that's a very, very good recovery. And that is time. So our leader Jadu Ball, when they cross the line, that will be the end of tonight's race. Yeah, I'm not sure Spangler's gonna have enough corners to get this done. I think these next two are probably the best place to get that done. I'm just not sure it's gonna happen. As McComber takes a very defensive line there. But is able to get the better drive out of the corner. Really just needs a good, clean exit out of these next two corners, and that P4 will be theirs. And our leader Jadu Ball and P2 Wojcik and Sparrow and P3 have all crossed the line. Oh, Jesus. Did he seriously just do that? And he outdrug him to the line. Unbelievable. I can't believe he did that. That is filthy. That is absolutely filthy. Wow. Oh, we're focused on P5 because that was a battle, my friend. You didn't want to see someone outdrag someone to the line? Come on. Is unfortunately not able to do the same thing, but wow. Another fantastic race. All right, so that was an incredible end of the season race. My results are already disappearing. That is unfortunate. But we had Jadu Ball in P1, Wojcik P2, and I honestly can't remember who was in P3. Wow. Yeah. Another great race. I do believe that shook out our AM standings as well. I believe that will keep Steve Poe in P1. With the race win tonight, that will almost certainly, I don't see how it wouldn't keep Jadderball in P2. And the pro split, and then Chase Jones with the unfortunate race tonight will lose out on that final step of the podium for the overall season standings, and I believe that will put Ross Sparrow into P3 and then Wojcik and Jones. I'm not sure where that will shake the two of them out, but this was an incredible season. The first World Challenge season, but I'm sure we will... I'm not sure if we'll have a season 2 or if we'll have a little different named season next, but yeah, this was incredible. I am very happy to have been asked to call these races. I'm not sure where things will go in the future, but thank all of you. I really want to thank all of you for watching, because talking into the void, not fun. So, I appreciate all of you. We will not have any interviews this evening. I have not been feeling well, and I would really like to get to bed. So yes, thank all of you so much. Thank you to our drivers for putting on an absolute show these last 4 races that I have called. And thank you to everyone at Delta Racing League for making this possible. Hope to talk to all of you again sometime soon, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening.